So, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Sam from Team Zamrex right here, and today, guys, I am at Montreal Regionals.
You're with Charles, Etienne, and yeah, Charles.
Charles, how are you doing today, brother?
I'm doing very, very good, actually.
Okay, awesome. What did you do this weekend?
I was at a regional in Montreal, and I just stopped using structure deck zombie horde with a twist.
With a twist. Okay, so you decided to play zombies today?
Yeah, I've always played zombies. I love the deck, and it's how people call me back in Quebec City. They call me Zombie Boy.
And why did you decide to play this deck?
Because I felt like with proper structure, the deck could really have a good chance at winning, simply because the interaction between Zombie World and Rivalry of Warlords is very good. And also, Doom King Belladrock is a beast of a card.
Yeah, right, okay. All right, and you know what? And your final record today was 6-2, right?
Yeah, X2, it was 8 rounds Swiss, and I think 140 people.
Okay, 140 people, and obviously, like, if your tiebreakers are better, you would definitely be bumped up to, like, top 8 or something.
Yeah, because there were, like, I think, at least 7 or 8 people with 18 points, just like me, so I could have technically made top 8, but okay. Tiebreakers.
Okay, awesome. So, you know, without talking without further ado, let's start with the deck profile.
Alright, sure. Alright, so first up I need to talk about Glow Up Bloom. This is the main card of the deck. It's how you get out Belladrock, and it's really how you surprise people, because one thing that worked really well was people not knowing how the deck worked.
Okay.
So basically Glow Up Bloom, what he does, when he's sent to the graveyard, you can banish it and then search a level 5 or higher zombie monsters in your deck, but you cannot summon anything else than zombies for the rest of the turn. However, if you have Zombie World on the field, you can special summon that monster instead. So, since it's a cost to banish, most people try to Call by the Grave me, but they just whiffed because it banishes for cost, so they had nothing else to banish. So I knew they had the out for my card, so I put it around it.
Okay, nice, awesome.
And then next in the structure is Necroreal Banshee, 2 of them. Basically, she searches Zombie World, she places it on the table, directly on your field spell zone, and she also protects it when she's face up on the field. So when she's in Graver Field, you banish it, you put Zombie World, so it's really nice and easy to access to your field spell. Double Belladrock, this card is amazing.
Only 2 copies?
I need 2 copies because 3 bricks, because he's kind of a big guy. But also, he's really easy to get access to just using Glow Up Bloom and all the other ways I have to send him Bloom to the graveyard and special him from the deck.
Okay, so basically your entire deck just turbos out this card as quickly as possible.
Yeah, usually turn 1. If I can't use it turn 1, usually it's kind of hard, but that's why I use a bunch of back row and traps to try and give me as much chance as possible to avoid losing to just beat down, basically. Okay. So it's control zombies, essentially. So what he does, he negates zombie effects, and he also banishes monsters when a zombie effect is activated, and he brings himself back during the standby phase when there's a field spell in any field zone. So he's basically free advantage every standby phase, so you can use him to link climb and whatnot. 1 Furline, Vampire Furline. You can search her with Bloom and special her with Bloom, but also when you draw into her, she specials herself when the monster declares an attack. So she's really useful to get around and just beating over just big monsters like Thunder Dragon, Titan, and whatnot. So she's really useful for that. Also, good synchro plays for level 5 when you count in Uni-Zombie. 3, of course.
Yeah, really good.
Just because he's really all the bread and butter the deck needs. Because if you open Bloom or Banshee,
you basically have first turn Belladrock right there.
Yeah, because you can either discard or send either one you need first. So you always get your combo just if you open any of these cards, basically.
Wow.
So that's all there is to it. Also, Uni-Zombie, just very good for making synchro plays and zombie stuff in general. So nothing else to say there. 1 Mizuki. 1's enough, because usually I think I resolve Mizuki twice during the whole day.
Only 1?
Yeah.
Damn.
I don't need it. Belladrock brings himself back. He's nice like that.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So you don't care about bringing back any other zombies?
Yeah, because Zombie World's great because you can bring back your links, you can bring back your synchros. But usually I just use him to extend using Summon Sorceress, bringing him out of the deck, link climbing, and then bringing back a Belladrock.
Nice.
So one is more than enough. Of course, you got 3 Solitaires just for Uni-Zombie plays and whatnot. He's kind of standard in zombie decks. With the 1 Spirit Master, he's used with, you use it with a Shiranui Swallow Slash. So it's Icarus attack for zombies, and then you banish a zombie from your Shiranui from your deck, and when he's banished, he pops a face-up card.
Wow, so top 3 cards.
So yeah, it's a +1. so it's pretty good. I'll show the trap card in a moment. And then also I tried to main deck 2 Reaper Cherries. It didn't work out in the main deck, but the one time I needed it, it came up, and I kind of won off of that against Gookies. So the other reason why we play this in the main deck is because Belladrock triggers from any zombie activation.
She's a zombie.
She's a zombie, and she's the only hand-trapped ghost girl that can proactively activate herself and just trigger Belladrock when you need it.
Oh, okay, okay.
That was the idea behind it. It didn't work too well, but it did its job. Obviously, triple zombie world. It's really a good floodgate right now. Because it's good against every machine decks. It's good against Summon Sork. It's good against
Thunder Dragons.
Thunder Dragons. You activate this, you win.
Yeah, you win.
Unless he has MST, but nobody plays that. And it's just good in general. And it makes Thunder Dragon the easiest matchup because you don't search, and you just kill him on the spot just with that card.
Wow, crazy.
When terraforming, that was a quick addition this morning actually. It was terraforming basically. I was trying to get rid of one weaker card, the Shiranui Spectral Sword, but terraforming did its job. It added Zombie World when I needed it. Triple Called by the Grave. Essential card. Extremely good. It allows you to resolve your Glow Bloom more consistently. And it also allows you to disrupt Graveyard against Strikers, against pretty much anything. This card is becoming more and more of a staple right now in pretty much every deck, in my opinion. It's just an overall very good card. One Foolish.
Foolish broken.
Alright, now we go to the traps.
Traps is what made you won most games?
Traps gave me pretty much every win. If not, it was Balladrock.
Oh, okay. Damn.
So, Rivalry. The interaction between this card and Zombie World is interesting.
So how does that work?
Basically, Rivalry works the same way no matter what. It's just prevents your opponent from summoning anything that isn't a monster they currently control. So any type of monsters they currently control. So Warriors, Spellcasters, and whatnot. If you have Zombie World on the field, however,
everything becomes zombie.
Everything becomes a zombie. So if they have a monster, they can't summon anything else because nobody plays zombies.
Right.
Except me.
Right, that's genius.
That was the idea behind it. So it was very good for, it was a good side out against Altergeist and Thunder Dragons. It was good to side out when you were going second, but going first, it came back most of the time. Triple Dinomischus Paleozoic. Alright, the idea behind this card is you can basically, it's removal, spot removal, it's pretty good. It's a free monster because you run so many traps. It's a normal trap, so you can use Trap Trick, because the idea was to use Trap Trick a lot also. And the best part of this card is you discard one card, but not for cost.
Oh, okay.
So you get, if you open Bloom in Zombie World and this card, you can just keep your Bloom, and then set Dino and wait until your opponent plays something, disrupt him, send Bloom, and then special Balladrock all in the same move.
Broken. That's crazy, bro.
Triple Impermanence. It's becoming more and more of a staple as well. And it was just amazing. Decks, pretty much every deck needs to play this card right now if you want to be competitively viable, in my opinion.
Exactly.
Sadly. It was amazing at protecting myself from Twin Twisters and pretty much every back row removal possible. Triple Shiranui style Swallow Slash.
How good was this card?
It won me every game.
Wow.
Every game I resolved this card, I won. Just because it's essentially a +1 when you pop with the Spirit Master, but also you can set it with Trap Trick the same turn, so you can surprise your opponents so well with this card. It's absurd.
Wow.
It's just very good for setting up your Banish with Shiranuis as well, and once again, you can set it with Trap Trick. Alright, so I've been talking about Trap Trick a lot. Why you play 2? Well, one of the reasons was I had to.
Yeah.
And the other reason was I felt like three Trap Tricks would be Greeky, but I think I was wrong, because I think I wish to have seen this card more, simply because it's the essential part of my deck is back rows, so
right.
It was a mistake to play 2, I think.
Awesome. So off to your extra deck?
Yeah, just quickly. Linkuribo, just a smart way of getting Glow of Bloom into the graveyard if you normal summon it. And also, if you have Zombie World on the field, it becomes a zombie, so you can use it to link into Sucker, which I summon every game and is extremely good with Balladrock. I'll explain quickly your effects. She's Stormforth well, basically she's Stormforth. If you have a zombie in your hand, you can tribute your opponent's zombie monsters. But since you have Zombie World, all their monsters are zombies.
So it's broken.
So if you open Baylor Jock and you have Sucker and Zombie World and he has 2 monsters, you can just normal summon Baylor Jock and just get rid of 2 monsters for free.
So it's 2 kaiju.
Yeah, basically. And it's searchable with Blow Up Bloom. Also, when a zombie is summoned from the graveyard, you draw 1. And that's a zombie monster trigger. So when you summon Baylor Jock in the standby phase, you can draw 1. And then chain Baylor Jock to banish something on the spot.
Broken.
And lastly, you can summon a monster from your opponent's grave in defense. It becomes a zombie, so it's kind of a gimmick. Nightmares. Didn't summon them once, but they're useful. Also cherry targets, generic cherry targets if you need them. So there's that. Summon Sork. Useful for extending OTKs and whatnot, because you can summon Bloom and then link a Rebo and then make a Baylor Jock. So basically you bypass the fact that she specials in defense and negates the effect.
You're good.
Also a good cherry target. You play zombies, so you play Omega. Beals, very good against Thunder Dragons, and overall just a solid card. When you have nothing else and your opponent, when you're in a grind game against your opponents, it's just solid. It won me a game today. Okay, so Shogun Saga, he's your beater when you can synchro summon and you have a Baylor Jock in your graveyard. You can synchro summon into him, banish him, and then he pumps to 58.
Wow, that's huge.
So you can bypass pretty much anything. And that's pretty much the only reason I play it, is to get over big walls. And push for games, also. Alright, so now it's just cherry targets, so it's player preference. We're playing in Montreal, so I'm citing Dante.
Yes.
I lose to this card and I hate it. That's Kergari, that's Hextia, that's Titan, and that's Isolde. That's just player preference, excuse me. And overall, I think it was okay, but I don't know.
Just in case, you know, for
just in case, yeah. That's
What's your side deck?
My side deck, the third Winter Cherries, 2 Pancratopses.
Back row decks.
Back row decks, just small monsters deck, the way I call them, and Altergeist. Triple Gameciel, just for Striker. Just the only reason I have is Strikers. Twisters. Interesting thing is, one of my friends, he considers this deck to be a better Altergeist. And one of the reasons for that is because I get to play Twin Twisters while Altergeist doesn't. Because both decks work in a similar fashion, we control and we have back rows. So the fact that I can play Twin Twisters is huge because I get to be more proactive again. Also discarding Bloom in the end phase is pretty good. Triple Evenly, back row decks and Thunder Dragons and whatnot. I'm not a fan of Evenly, but I feel like sometimes you just have to play it.
Yeah.
Finally, triple wiretaps. That was today's edition as well, because I felt like, what's it called? Red Reboot? Red Reboot is annoying.
Yeah, Red Reboot. Red
Reboot shuts me down quite hard, so I needed something that I could side in going first against combo decks that was also somewhat annoying for them. Wiretap came up today and negated a Solemn Strike, which won me the game as well, so I'm not mad.
Alright, awesome. So that's pretty much for your deck profile. And do you have anything else you want to say before we sign off this video?
Yeah, so thank you everybody. And just give me a quick shout out if you don't mind.
No problem.
My good friend Christopher Morin, he helped me a ton with this deck. He really motivated me to push and play this deck today. And he helped me a ton with the deck list and optimizations.
Awesome.
And thank you to my entire crew at the Kingdom Gentlemen's Duelist Club, my own crew. Everybody, they're super nice guys, and I love you all. And that's pretty much it.
I feel like Usain in the cheetah print. Talk fresh game, I don't need a minute. R.I.P. the game, I need a minute. Okay, let's proceed with it. I'm in the house, got the deed with it. These bozos always sneak this and they taking shots. I'm a king with it. Like no, this league business.